Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. So I did buy Sela that longsword, the Black Dragon's Fang. So we're broke. Let's manage our Crusade affairs, see what this is all about. Alright, First Blood. One of the officers has been bringing recruits to... Okay. Construct buildings and forts in Drezen, issue decrees, and capture and investigate new regions. Okay. Beat demon armies before they lay siege to Drezen. Oh, it looks like... Alright, so you can also manage the Crusade outside of Drezen. Thank goodness. Okay, so we have statistics just like the Kingdom Management in Kingmaker. Finance points, material points, and energy points. Mythic units. And the completion of certain decrees. Okay. One of the officers has been bringing recruits to the prison so they can fight weaken captives and kill them. He wanted to prepare the newcomers for their first battle, but unfortunately, during one of the training sessions, one of the soldiers got killed and everything came to light. What does Wonder Dog do? Eat them? Alright, forbid touching prisoners. The cruel treatment of the prisoners tarnished the honor of the Crusaders. Many of the soldiers were inspired by the commander's noble actions. And the runaway. It has been revealed that one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, that knight murdered a noble Nerosian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusader army to atone for his sin, but the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests that the criminal be arrested and tried. We're going to protect him. For one, he survived up to this point, and two, we can use every fighting arm we can get. So take the repentant knight under protection. There are plenty of repentant sinners in the ranks of the Crusaders. They are heartened by the promise of a second chance. Alright, I have one decree for each one of the kingdom stats, or Crusade stats. Jeez. Any one time. Has a cost and a completion time. Okay. Alright, so orders to Irbeth. Irbeth's breakdown, which occurred before the assault in Drezen, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of the soldiers by appointing her as commander of a small squad of Crusaders. Unfortunately, because Irbeth is occupied as squad leader, her duties in the Crusade's command have to be transferred to someone else. Alright, Lost Scouts. Scouts cannot work out how the demon army picks its way through advanced units to be able to suddenly attack the Crusader forces. Recently, another suspicious incident took place. Some scouts did not return from their mission to explore the territory to the south of Drezen. More thorough reconnaissance of the region is needed. Probably, the source of the demon apparition is in there somewhere. Alright, gonna take care of that. The Fate of Soulshear. A skilled craftsman can do some work on the relic. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Informing a staff council. One can command a small unit alone, but to manage an army one needs a staff council. Surrounded by experienced advisors, the commander will be able to make decisions affecting the life and morale of the entire army. Well, that's all we can do for now. So unlike Kingmaker, I am going to read all of these. I regret not doing that in Kingmaker, but that move from here? I want to go back down here and talk to that kobold. Yeah, also, I think last episode I had bought a second Conman's ring for LAN. I ended up selling it off camera as well. Because It doesn't stack with the goggles of Malakio. At least the perception. What, the +5? Perception doesn't? Because this gives you +10. And he doesn't have trickery, so he doesn't need the other stat that the ring gives. So I just sold it. Lost some money, but it's okay. Alright, I'm not going to bring Greybore yet. We'll grab him on the way back through that dragon quest. But for now, we're going in the complete opposite direction, so I don't want to make him angry yet. Champions and Paladins. Amplify resistance. Commander's party teleports to the target fort in which the teleportation circle is built. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Got a lot of stuff going on here. So I assume now when I recruit... Oh, they changed the portraits for some of these units. Okay. Let's get everybody right here. We're going to stack as many as we can. Go consolidate these a little bit. I wonder if the champions are going to be better than the... And I guarantee they're going to be better than the Steel Bearers. So we'll do something like this. Alright, I guess we'll march them out. Go down here and go this way. Do some fighting, make sure their morale stays up, and then we'll go check out that kobold. We do have Fireball. Fantastic. Alright, that was super easy. Okay. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary, laid in the valuable artifacts is hanging in the noose. The trophies he received from murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. Bracers of Heavy Hand. These bracers grant the wearer +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual-wielding, or wielding a two-handed melee weapon, for example, a double weapon. Congratulations. You. We still need to resurrect her. When we get somewhere safe, we'll do that. And for the... I guess we'll give these to her. Let's see why not. Alright. Did anything up the armies that are closer to the Drezen? I can do that. That's pretty cheap for clerics, so let's go and recruit them as well. They're pretty cheap, so we can hire them as well. Alright, looking good. This lasts for 1 day. Takes 5 days. It has a 5-day cooldown. So all units in the army gain a bonus on all saving throws. This effect lasts for a day. Alright, not gonna worry about that right now. Let us head back down here. 22 hours, okay. Why did it stop me? Oh, okay, so because I can move them again. Got it. Where's it sending me? I want to go up here. Sorry, we should be fine against this army. It'll be fine. Alright, another easy victory. Oh yeah, I need to check out the other, the other Crusade management. Evidently, demons had taken a liking to the place, and have been using it as a sacrificial site for quite a long time. A dagger, presumably used for killing innocents, was found plunged into the center of the ritual symbol. Edge of Force. What do you do? Whenever the wielder of this +2 cold iron dagger casts a spell with Force descriptor, it deals additionally 2 force damage per dice rolled. Okay, this stacked with is an item one of the merchants sells. I think boosts your... What is it? Is it every dice rolled for a spell by 1? It looks like you can really start stacking up some. Oh, whoops. You go that way. Some damage on your magic missile. What first appeared to be a stone enclosure used for demonic sacrifices actually turned out to be a desecrated ancient shrine where Sicorian druids once offered their prayers many ages past. Soon it will once again become a bastion of peace and spiritual fortitude. Times 1 energy points. Alright, didn't actually want to loop all the way around there, but that's fine. Keep all my units stacked up like this. No reason to split up, I don't think. And then let's check this out. So this is done. I'll take its word for it. Let's go talk to this kobold. And resurrect Sela.
The goddess protects us.
I know what to do.
Hi, welcome back, Sela. Gridok's expression brightens as he notices you. How's your applied philosophy? Would you mind discussing an ethical dilemma with me? I grow quite tired of debating only myself. Why not? Then listen well. Imagine there is a person, you know that he is very, very wrong. For instance, he believes that people enjoy being gutted alive. Don't ask me how he came to this conclusion. He's just odd like that. But he is absolutely convinced that they love it. So from time to time he guts people, just because, you know, he's such a nice fellow. He doesn't do it because he likes it. He just loves doing good for others. So this odd, obviously made up individual, is he a villain or a good lad? Does he deserve to be executed as a criminal, or rewarded for his heart of gold? I need someone to explain to him that actually, people don't like being gutted, no matter how stupid that sounds. Actually, are you implying something? Who, me? Of course not. Well, yes. You need to enlighten the poor chap to stop him from making the most horrible mistake of his life. It is often that do-gooding instinct that demons exploit to ensnare the purest and most merciful of mortals. The first thing you should do if you encounter something strange is to keep a low profile and watch. Don't rush into action before you see the whole picture. What if, let's say, it's not him who's mistaken, but you, and people really love to be gutted? Well, this is all, of course, purely theoretical. What if he's not alone in his beliefs? You tell him that he's mistaken, and he starts screaming. Seize the heretic. And then 50 of his fellow believers start beating you within an inch of your life, all because you acted rashly. You haven't changed my opinion. Critic shrugs. What can I say? Even my eloquence has its limits. The kobold falls into pensive silence for a few moments, then lets out a gasp. Looking sheepish, he says, "You got me talking. I almost forgot something important. You want to see this." Critic shows you a pile of open letters. Judging by the handwriting and the quality of the paper, the correspondence was between several people, all of them quite well-to-do. These notes were written by very foolish folk who decided that there is more to be gained by befriending demons than fighting them. This is just a fraction of their correspondence. They sit in their manors in Nerosian, preoccupied every single day with one and only one thought: how else they can hurt your crusade. They spread rumors about you. They try to block your army supply chains. They whisper nasty things about you in the Queen's ear. But despite all their influence, they are just amateur conspirators who know nothing about real intrigue. I'll make sure that these letters fall into your associates' hands. Anonymously, of course. I'm not looking for fame. If you order your advisors to make these letters public, bad people will be in enormous trouble. They'll wake up every single day with only one thought in their mind, wondering what kind of awful food their prison guard will bring them for dinner. Where did you get that information from? The kobold shrugs indifferently. I just went hunting, shot a bird, and it turned out to be a messenger pigeon. What are the odds, eh? Thank you for your help. We agreed that I would help you. I keep my word, as any civilized kobold should. Maybe you should move to Drezen. I'm not too enthusiastic about dwelling in densely populated locations. Places like that are usually crawling with those eager to bash in a little kobold scaly skull. But I fully understand that you have enough important things to do besides constantly running to my camp and back. Alright, search for me in Drezen next time. I have to warn you, I'm not going to stay out in the open. Alright, cool. That'll make things easier. If I remember to visit him every now and then. I think he just gave us a Crusade event, so that's something. That's a shallow grave. I guess we can check that out. Since we're already over here. That's a shallow grave. The earth here barely covers a headless body. The unburied bag on its back remains intact. We're in a little bit of trouble because Sela is one hit from being dead again.
Begone, fiend!
But I think we'll be okay. Drop a haste.
Retreat is not an option.
The light! Thank you!
Let's try this way.
You're irrelevant.
Did you see that? You've crossed the wrong line. This was
This will hurt.
unexpected.
Wait, why is he swinging his fists?
I need to recover my strength.
Alright, well, I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and rest. I can't hear. That's annoying. Alright, screw it.
Follow my lead.
Rest on the world map. Oh, Nanio.
I will lend you my aid.
You are my favorite aide.
Alright.
Just think about the contribution you could make to society, mongrel boy. So please set aside your emotions and consider my proposal rationally.
No. No! Oh, and did I mention? No. I do not give you permission to dissect my body after my death in the interests of science.
Alright, head back to Drezen. I will swap out, I guess, Regil for Greybore. I will also swing by and talk to the kobold while we're back in the capital. I'm not super worried about the shear. My party should be able to handle that, no problem.
Kneel before me.
Fall!
Guess we can cast haste for good measure.
This spell doesn't work like that.
Alright, good job, team. Alright, still a ways off from leveling up. We are, what, level 10 already? Yeah. I guess we could go down this way. I feel like I should take out the armies that are close to Drezen. I want to check something out first. Can I? Guess we can go that way too. Okay. That's pretty uncool. The warriors have discovered what attracted such a horde of monsters, an impressive ambulante laboratory belonging to some insane alchemist. The laboratory had been mercilessly plundered, and the jars of elixirs and ingredients bore sinister holes through which the hideous creatures had consumed their contents, like some exquisite nectar. Luckily, some of the alchemist's inventory survived, and now belongs to the Crusaders. I will gladly take it. Wait, what? Oh, they're confused. Okay. That's cool. High morale lets us take another turn with the Hell Knights specifically. So they have 25. 5, 5, 5. Yeah, why do the Hell Knights have such high morale compared to everybody else? Well, confusion doesn't seem so bad, as long as they keep attacking the enemies and not their own allies. The forces of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth have been destroyed. Now there is no obstacle to sending scouts within the enemy territory. The reports will make the supply lines safe from the sudden attacks. Alright, so the touched one. An odd and somewhat touched priest is sought an audience. In a dream, he saw himself eradicate the world wound. He is convinced that it was an omen. With the help of the relics he borrowed from his temple, he was able to make the arduous journey to Drezen. Now he is asking the commander to keep them safe, while he is away on his quest to fight evil. He convinced the priest to join the army. Originally, he was able to convince the priest that he had interpreted the dream wrong. His mission was indeed to travel to the world wound and fight it, but he read the metaphor of closing the wound too literally. His true purpose is not to bear the burden solely on his own shoulders, but to join the Crusade and do his part in achieving victory over the demons by, for example, serving as a healer. So it looks like all of these we have to go back to Drezen for anyway. Let's just loop back around. How do I get... Oh, I guess over here. Oh, I'll keep those two armies there for now. And where am I at? Alright, let's head to Drezen, and in the next one, go around and talk to all the people we need to talk to in Drezen. Going on the streets for now. Off camera, I'll go sell the little bit of loot that we grabbed from the random encounter, and then we will speak to the Kobold, to Nevia, and whoever else needed to be talked to. There's a few people. We'll figure that out next time. For now, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.